They say jealousy makes even the brightest feathers lose their shine. But sometimes, a single act of kindness can change a jealous heart forever. This is the story of a crow who envied beauty and a dove who answered hate with love. In a peaceful green forest, where the sunlight filtered gently through the tall trees, there lived two very different birds, a crow and a dove. The crow had glossy black feathers that shone like polished coal. His eyes were sharp, his beak strong, and his voice loud. He believed himself to be clever and capable. The dove, on the other hand, was soft and graceful. Her white feathers looked like drops of moonlight, and her gentle cooing filled the air with calmness and joy. Every morning, when the forest awoke, the dove would perch on a low branch near the lake and sing her sweet song. The rabbits would stop nibbling, the deer would lift their heads, and even the wind would seem to pause to listen. But the crow, he didn't like it. He watched her from above, his heart twisting with jealousy. "Everyone admires her song," he grumbled. "What's so special about her? My voice is strong, and my feathers are just as fine." As days passed, the jealousy grew. The crow began to frown whenever he heard the dove's peaceful cooing. He wanted to prove that he was better, louder, smarter, more important. One sunny morning, while the dove was sipping water from the lake, the crow decided to act on his jealousy. He flew over her head and dropped a few twigs into the water, making a big splash. The water sprayed all over the dove's feathers. Startled, she looked up at him. The crow expected her to shout or scold him, but instead, the dove smiled kindly and said, "Oh, crow, please be careful. The wind might blow the twigs back and hurt your wings." Her gentle voice surprised him. He had tried to make her upset, yet she only showed kindness. For the first time, the crow felt a strange ache inside. Not anger, but shame. That night, the sky turned dark and angry. A powerful storm swept through the forest. Lightning flashed, thunder roared, and rain poured like a waterfall. The crow's nest, high in a thin tree, shook violently. Before he could escape, a strong gust of wind tore it apart. His wing struck a branch and he tumbled to the ground, drenched and trembling. He tried to fly, but couldn't. His wing throbbed with pain. Alone and scared, he hid beneath a bush, afraid he wouldn't survive the night. Then, through the roaring rain, he saw a white shape gliding toward him. It was the dove. She carried a big green leaf in her beak. Gently, she placed it over the crow to shield him from the rain. "Rest here," she said softly. "You'll be safe until the storm ends." The crow could hardly believe it. The very bird he had mocked and splashed with water was now saving him. Her feathers were soaked, but her eyes were full of care. When the morning came and the storm had passed, the dove helped the crow find a safer branch to rest on. She brought him small seeds to eat and waited until he regained his strength. With deep gratitude, the crow finally spoke. "I don't understand. I was cruel to you. Why did you help me?" The dove smiled. "Because kindness is stronger than anger. When we choose to care instead of compare, the world becomes a gentler place." The crow looked down, ashamed. "I was jealous of your beauty and your song. I thought I had to be better. But now I see. Your kindness is what makes you truly beautiful." From that day on, the crow and the dove became the best of friends. Every morning they sang together, the dove's soft cooing and the crow's deep caw echoing through the forest in perfect harmony. And soon, the other animals began to say, "The dove's song is peaceful, but the forest feels complete only when the crow joins her." The crow never felt jealous again. He had learned that true beauty shines not in how you look or sound, but in how you treat others. This story tells us that jealousy darkens the heart, but kindness fills it with light.